What if I told you the world's most advanced fighter jet, the so-called ghost of the skies, may have just been hit inside enemy territory? A viral video is spreading rapidly across the internet, claiming that Iran has struck a U.S. F-35 stealth fighter jet. But the real question is, did this actually happen? Or is this another example of modern warfare playing out not just on the battlefield, but across social media? Because today, missiles don't just fly through the sky, they also travel through your screen. March 2026 has pushed the Middle East into one of its most tense moments in recent history. Missiles are being launched, oil markets are reacting violently, and the situation between the United States, Iran, and Israel is becoming increasingly unpredictable. In the middle of this chaos, reports began to surface that a U.S. F-35 stealth fighter jet had been hit while flying over Iranian airspace and was forced into an emergency landing. This wasn't just any aircraft. This was the F-35 Lightning II, one of the most advanced, expensive, and technologically sophisticated war machines ever created. According to early reports, the jet was carrying out a mission when it was suddenly struck mid-air, possibly by Iranian Air Defense systems. The pilot survived, which in itself is remarkable given the circumstances, but the aircraft sustained enough damage to force an emergency landing at a U.S. base. If these reports are true, this could mark one of the first times that such a highly advanced stealth aircraft has been successfully targeted in a real combat scenario by Iran, and that possibility alone is enough to shake military analysts around the world. Shortly after the news broke, a video began circulating online showing what appears to be a missile launch, a jet in the sky, and a moment that looks like an impact. Within hours, millions of people had watched it, shared it, and drawn their own conclusions. Many began to say that the so-called invisible jet was no longer invisible. But this is where things start to become unclear, because not everything we see online reflects reality. In recent conflicts, there has been a surge in misleading or completely fabricated military footage, sometimes taken from video games, older wars, or heavily edited clips designed to look authentic. This raises a critical question. Is the viral video actual evidence, or is it part of a larger information battle? Experts warn that misinformation spreads faster than facts, especially during times of conflict. It's entirely possible that while an incident involving an F-35 did occur, the footage being shared does not accurately represent that event. And in modern warfare, controlling the narrative can be just as powerful as controlling the battlefield. To understand why this story has captured so much attention, we need to look at what the F-35 represents. This aircraft is not just another fighter jet. It is a symbol of American technological dominance, a platform built with stealth capabilities designed to avoid radar detection, conduct precision strikes, and operate in highly contested environments. The idea behind the F-35 is simple but powerful: to see without being seen. So when reports suggest that such an aircraft may have been hit, it challenges a long-standing perception that stealth technology makes aircraft nearly untouchable. However, stealth does not mean invisible. This is one of the biggest misconceptions. Every aircraft, no matter how advanced, produces some form of detectable signature. The goal of stealth technology is to reduce that signature to the point where detection becomes extremely difficult, not impossible. The F-35 achieves this through a combination of design features, radar-absorbing materials, and systems that minimize heat and electromagnetic emissions. But if an advanced air defense system manages to detect even a small trace, it can potentially track and engage the aircraft. Iran has spent years developing and improving its air defense capabilities. These systems may include a combination of radar networks, infrared tracking, and surface-to-air missile platforms. If Iran was able to detect the F-35, even briefly, that could have been enough to launch a missile and score a hit. It only takes one successful lock and one accurate strike to change the outcome of an entire mission. And if that is what happened, it would signal a significant shift in how modern air combat is evolving. Iran, for its part, has not remained silent. Instead, it has used the incident to project strength and confidence. Statements and narratives emerging from Iranian sources portray the event as a symbolic victory, suggesting that even the most advanced U.S. military technology is not beyond reach. On social media, this narrative has been amplified through viral posts, celebratory reactions, and even mockery of American military power. This is not just about a single aircraft, it is about perception, influence, and psychological impact. The United States, on the other hand, has responded in a much more controlled manner. Officials have acknowledged that an aircraft was damaged and that the pilot is safe, but they have avoided providing detailed information about how the incident occurred or the extent of the damage. This is a deliberate choice. Revealing too much could expose vulnerabilities, provide valuable intelligence to adversaries, and shift the strategic balance. In military operations, silence can sometimes be as powerful as action. Looking at the bigger picture, this incident may represent more than just an isolated event. For decades, the United States has maintained a dominant position in the air, largely due to its advanced technology and stealth capabilities. Aircraft like the F-35 were designed to operate in environments where other planes simply could not survive. But if countries like Iran are developing systems capable of challenging that dominance, it could signal the beginning of a new phase in aerial warfare. At the same time, we cannot ignore the role of misinformation. In today's digital age, conflicts are fought on multiple fronts, including the information space. Fake videos, edited clips, and misleading narratives can spread rapidly, influencing public opinion and creating confusion. Some viral videos claiming to show major military events have later been proven to be completely false. This makes it essential to approach such content with caution and critical thinking. Beyond the technology and strategy, there is also a human story at the center of this event. A pilot flying deep into hostile airspace, fully aware of the risks, relying on training, instinct, and the capabilities of the aircraft. In a moment where a missile may have been detected or an impact occurred, there would have been only seconds to react. No room for hesitation, no margin for error. The fact that the pilot survived is a reminder of both the danger of such missions and the skill required to carry them out. So, did Iran really hit a U.S. F-35 fighter jet? The answer is not entirely clear. What we do know is that an aircraft was reportedly damaged and forced to land. Iran claims responsibility, but the full details remain uncertain. The viral video that many people are relying on as proof has not been fully verified, and the truth may be more complex than it appears. What this situation highlights is the changing nature of modern conflict. It is no longer just about weapons and firepower. It's also about information, perception, and influence. The battle is not only fought in the skies around the ground, but also in the digital space, where narratives are created and spread at incredible speed. And maybe that's the most important takeaway. The next time you see a viral video claiming to show a major military event, ask yourself a simple question. Is this reality, or is this part of a much larger story being told for a specific purpose? Because in today's world, the truth is often hidden beneath layers of information, emotion, and intention. If you want to stay ahead of these stories, to understand not just what is happening, but why it matters, then make sure you stay connected, stay informed, and always question what you see. Because the next major moment in global conflict might not just unfold on the battlefield, it might appear first on your screen.